Chovy has always been a god of the mid.
1-3-1 is there, Chovy.
Faker wants to say see you later, but he's under shroud, and Chovy is actually gonna outplay him. There you go.
And I think maybe the ruse was a bit too cunning.
Oh, Chovy!
Chovy gets back in the doubles there, Pioshik!
But KT are being frustrating as he wanders on in. Okay, Chovy into, oh, is this the opportunity? They take down the Aphelios as he finds the perfect execution, but so does Dove. The Lee Sin also going to fall down as Chovy still trying to fight this one out. Dove in trouble, the 5-point strike's good. That's the triple, that's the quadra. Hop's going to be the pentakill, and Chovy, we said they had to kill the Akali. They didn't do it.
But when it mattered most, Chovy choked.
Even with the amount of you know, like Choky and all the other memes, Chovy getting what, 5 second places, I think, from the top of my head.
Once he got a taste of victory, though, Chovy became unstoppable. This is the church of Chovy, and Mass is now in session.
The flash from Doctom is beautifully timed as Chovy manages to pick off Canyon in the backline, but he does go golden. In the end, Ruler has locked down to the kill. On to Showmaker, Chovy finds the backline and Canyon is dead, and they're gonna get burned! The essence comes in and I'm going bald! It's happening! And now the flash on in, just trying to buy some time to get Leona here, but Chovy's trying to fight this one out. 1 versus 2, all too easy for the mid laner of Gen.G.
So much money being picked up on this Jace right now. Chovy?
Oh, great little charm here from Chovy. Azaius finds himself the shot blast. Chovy still needs to be careful. He flashes here, the Orbit Deception, and that's the solo kill.
Chovy's got some soldiers forward, but they want to burst him down 100 to 0. They don't quite do it though. And the damage comes through, but look at the damage. Chovy gets a 3-man sweep on in and just turns the fight, takes out the Zeri.
First ever religion that has come out of League of Legends. And let me tell you, Gen.G fans, I am a believer.
All right, so before we get into the video, I'd just like to remind you all to please like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and maybe even ring that notification bell so you never miss any of our newest content. We also have merch. Check it out over at shop.thescore.com. And now, let's talk about Chovy. From his earliest days on the Rift, the Korean mid laner brimmed with potential.
Viper and Lehens now desperately trying to get out of here. Here's Nocturne onto that Trundle, but the Kennen ultimate gonna stun him down, and Viper, or rather Tarzan, is gonna go down. Viper himself as well.
And Mundo.
Here's Mundo though in the front line. He doesn't die. He's just kiting them forever too. He's running at everybody just like you said. Takes out 2 members. Linderong's still a problem though. Can they take him out? Yes, they can. Especially with Chovy, level 12 now, a quadra kill for the Zoe, popping off.
Well, also, Chovy's in a whole host of trouble. Does get the knock-up, though. Just explodes Max. It's another double. Pilot's going to be taken down. This looks like the ridiculous Yasuo's in your solo queue as he picks up basically 3 kills on his own. Chovy's moving over. Tarzan has barely a health bar.
one-way trip, and
He
he
has
goes.
to flash in. He doesn't get it. As Tarzan gets so much back from the Kingship. 4-man shockwave as Korra cannot do anything to answer. And Griffin, they may have just won the game off the back of Chovy. That's the double kill. Tucson, he's looking for more, and there's the triple.
In his rookie season, Chovy, the youngest player in the LCK, helped get his team Griffin within steps of Worlds in their very first split. And while they didn't actually make it to League's most important tournament, their performance marked Griffin out as something special.
They don't need any roster changes. They don't need any fake hype. They are, in fact, the new team on the block, and these new kids are pretty damn good.
With Griffin, Chovy earned himself a 2019 Spring MVP title and became the first player in the LCK to break 100 KDA.
To get this inhibitor turret most likely as well, as this siege minion is going to be down. Chovy has a lot of sneakiness, diving on forward, and Bono didn't last a couple of seconds. He's going 1v4. Lava's going to be the first one to go down. Flashes out the way.
He's looking to get more aggressive now with that blue. Oh, Chain's coming in.
On fleek.
Oh boy.
The other way.
The bait is coming in
Oh
with the barrier.
my
He misses it,
God.
and the follow-up with the dash. Chovy follows up, picks up the kill. Won't be the same after he picks up that wave, but now trying to get on top of Chovy here. That is going to land, but he does have cleanse and even flashes away from that one. Follow-up trouble bubble.
Oh!
Trying to get nasty here. Nearly gets him, but flashes in for the kill. First blood goes to Chovy, but has he got too far? No! The miss is Chovy! He's gonna sidestep and goes down Chovy! What a madman!
But it was also with Griffin that Chovy had his first brush with the curse that would plague his career for years to come. Choking.
In the LCK final for Spring 2019. Spring often does this to us, gentlemen. We often get the quick ones in the early stages of the year, but this is one that I don't think anyone expected. SKT 3-0 over Griffin after their incredible first round robin.
It just kept happening. Chovy would absolutely pop off in regular season, only to lose in the most heartbreaking fashion when it mattered most.
And they are going to do it. SKT will sweep in the playoffs and take down every single team in their path. They are the most dominant team from the Korean region, and they are the very accurate winners of today.
The perfect mid laner, Chovy, would disappear under pressure and be replaced with Choky.
A lot of people have criticized them for being chokers, especially when there's a lot on the line. And Chovy especially as a player, you know, with all the pressure on him of recent time, to come in here onto a big stage again and to have people joking with him and calling him Choky and all these bad names.
Plagued by internal issues, Griffin still managed to push through to the quarterfinals of Worlds 2019. But once they got there, a familiar narrative played out on the big stage. Chovy was nowhere to be found, and Choky reigned supreme.
Invictus Gaming came to defend their world championship, and they're gonna do just that, and they will knock down Griffin in the quarterfinals.
This baffling inability to follow through outside of the regular season continued to haunt Chovy even after Griffin fell apart. On DRX,
there's the cast. Doesn't really do too much, but Faker is out of position. Depth charge is going to land. theScore comes in though, and Depth once again going to be the target. Taken down immediately as Chovy off to the side, not able to find the chains, and Carrier is going to get burned down. And now Teddy hopping mad in the back line, looking for more. Gets himself the lifeline passive, nails the quadra kill, and Chovy's going to be here standing underneath his turret with his little crab emote. Chovy wanting to do something off the back end of this one, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop this Croc from taking down the Nexus and getting Dunn 1 to Worlds in first seed in 3 games to 0. Nogari, stop playing with your food, gentlemen. It's a pretty good ultimate out of Canyon there, and that's going to mean that Kershik can't make things work. Chovy, can he be to the rescue? Nice knock up onto Barrel as Canyon looks for it. Carrier taking a lot of damage. One more auto will land, and that will take down the Brawn. That's the ace for Dunn 1. It looked messy, but in the end, that's a 5-0.
On Hanwha Life Esports.
But unfortunately, they don't have the damage to get through this gigantic Cho'Gath. See you later. There's the ace, and that is the 3-0 from Dunn 1 Kia over Hanwha Life Esports tonight. See what he can do. Trying to clear the wave. He has the Gore Drinker, and he will stay alive. And we got respawns coming in here, but
Vista just died.
The call is to just take down the Nexus, and it looks like T1 will, in fact, secure the 3rd place seed from the LCK.
Vista and Depth still alive for the moment. That the talent has found the Varus, and yes, the base is being absolutely destroyed. Chovy now on the wrong side, and this is going to be the ace almost, as Morgan the only one left remaining, but Nexus turrets aren't going to be here, and T1, they are just looking to end this game right here and put Hanwha Life Esports out of their misery.
Would Chovy finally be able to break the cycle on a hyped up Gen.G super team? Individually, he was still an incredible and dominant mid laner.
Yeah, and
wow. Dodge is everything. There's a lot of damage still as the Q comes out. Chovy does not have flash, but he's able to turn it around.
As impressive as it was, simply winning your lane every time wasn't cutting it at the highest level of play.
And he doesn't think too much about how his team is doing. He only really, it will appear he only thinks about how he's doing. Which is honestly, it's like kind of like the perfect mid laner in a way, right? But it's like, it's not really, regular Legends not really like a perfect game. You can't really play like a robot.
Despite being an amazing player with a seemingly infinite skill ceiling, Chovy had nothing to show for it, internationally or domestically. Something had to give. And at long last, in the summer of 2022, something did. After an immaculate regular season, Gen.G beat Sandbox Gaming in semis and found themselves facing a longtime domestic rival, T1, a team that had been Chovy's kryptonite for years.
And that is going to be the end of this. T1 are your spring 2022 victors here at Kintex once again for the 10th win of this organization.
But this time was different. Chovy wasn't going to lose again.
좀 많이 이기셨으니까 이제 한번 질 때 되신 것 같아요.
Maybe. But there's still an Elder Drake here, remember, as Wild Growth comes through for the chain CC. But Peanut, he's also going to get CC'd up. These Nexus turrets, they just don't last, though. As Ruler throws in the ultimate, he's doing so much damage already. Emperor's Device going to deny any sort of re-engage. The knock-up is okay, but it's another double kill. Make it a triple, make it a quadra. And Gumayushi wants to do everything to deny this pentakill, but it will not happen, at least for now, because the Nexus is going to fall. Gen.G, they will take game one for this Baron. Lehend is very, very low. Mega Adhesive does go down as Chovy's going to flash. There's a three-man now. He kills the Zeri so extremely quickly, and it's another kill to go over to Ruler as well. Gen.G will take the Baron, and they're going to now look to push in all of these lanes and win this game.
Gen.G, it might not have happened for them before. Ruler about to pick up his first LCK trophy.
Getting
3-0.
Getting a world trophy so many years ago. Zeus is desperately trying to hold on. He does go golden himself, but look at these Nexus turrets, and for the first time, Gen.G will crack a third Nexus. And Ruler finally gets his domestic title. Chovy finally showing all of those who doubted him that he can actually manage to win these best of fives. What a huge moment for Gen.G.
Chovy was absolutely right about one thing. He was not going to be forever second, but only domestically. In fact, spoiler, Chovy hasn't lost a single LCK final since winning Summer 2022.
There's also this, the zoning, as in front is the Scion. He's going to stand there, but look at this turret. It just evaporates. A massive Q from Dunn, and it is the man that played so well in games 1 and 2 that's coming back here in game 3 to dominate T1. Owner down to his GA once again. Pays, he's down very, very low, but now the Nexus will be in the sights of Gen.G. They couldn't take them down at all throughout the rest of it, and now, on the blood of T1, Pays has paved the golden road here in spring 2023.
3 different styles of composition, a 3-0, and the 3-peat. The 3-peat is coming to life. Gen.G will do it once again. They take out T1 in an epically dominant final, and they take the 3-0, the 2023 LCK Summer champions.
Crafting through here.
One last attempt, one last package. He's gonna try to send it. Owner with the Crescent Guard keeps it alive. He is desperately trying to stop this one from ending as the GA is going to be utilized. He goes in and annihilates them underneath the tank, the Nexus, and that will do it. Gen.G will take the 3-2 victory. They will win in Silver Scrapes.
But even though Chovy broke his domestic curse, an international trophy still lay out of reach. After dominating for most of 2022, Gen.G were one of the favorites to win Worlds. But the curse struck again.
They're gonna force it. They get it, stepping in. The carries are so strong. Doran goes into the big grinder, and he has taken out his domination for the team. 8 years ago, Death fell to his sister team in Samsung White, but today, in the face of insurmountable odds, he stands tall. The last dance goes on. The stage is set. It is one final chapter. It is one more page in the legacy of Deft.
At the end of that year, Gen.G's superstar ADC, Ruler, left the team to play in China, and Chovy shouldered even more pressure to carry. Chovy was as amazing as ever. True to his signature style, he continued to wow the competition with his skill.
They need to go now. The arrow is going to connect. Now Kenneth's looking for it, but Chovy, he dives in first. Can he find it as the Elder is taken by Gen.G? It's massive. Canyon now has to get out of there, and Deft is dead.
So much money being picked up on this Jace right now. Chovy?
Oh, great little charm here from Chovy. Azayas finds himself the shot blast. Chovy still needs to be careful. He flashes to get the orbit deception, and that's the solo kill. What I didn't really factor in, okay, Emperor's Divide is going to come through. Viper will turn up. There's some immediate teleports to come down here as they need to kill Doran. They do manage to take him down, but there's the buster shot. Chovy is trying to outplay them, picks up the double now as Kingen tries to get out of this alcove, and Chovy grabs the triple.
But it simply wasn't translating into success on the international stage.
On is below half health, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. BLG are gonna hard force it. They go in with a buy ulti on to Pays. They're gonna find a lot. They'll force out the Lamb's respite as Doran takes all the damage, and On grabs the shutdown on Pays. It's over, it's done. BLG's won the clean ace as the LPL #2 seed from 5th place in the regular season takes down the best team in Korea and earns their spot in the next round.
GA coming out from Shun, and now it's all on Chovy. It's all on Pays. And we were told Busan was the church of Chovy, but what's a god to 5 non-believers? BLG will face Weibo in semis.
But as international hopes stagnated, some of the conversation shifted to Gen.G itself. Was the team even any good? Or did they simply figure out T1's playstyle in particular? Were they just using their ability to defeat Faker as their claim to fame? After failing to deliver internationally yet again in 2023, Gen.G decided it was time for a change.
I guess if I take Gen.G, obviously getting Canyon with Keen means that you have 2 insanely strong winning lanes almost guaranteed, and then getting Lehens back just always feels great. So you know, for me, going into this before this week, just looking at the rosters themselves, I thought, okay, Gen.G is the biggest winner in terms of changes, and I really think their potential is insanely high.
And Pays able to get over the wall here as well. Chains of Corruption into the air as Chovy gets the 4 of them, and just like that, Gen.G decide they want to win a team fight. Chovy has had enough of the fooling around, and Willer will go down as well. It's a triple for Canyon. It's a clean ace. I think they might just end the game.
As I already mentioned, Gen.G won their 4th consecutive LCK title this spring, which was amazing, sure. But it felt like more than any other player out there, Chovy was due for a big international win.
I feel like our main goal is to make our fans proud and happy. And we'll put in a lot of effort to make sure that we have a successful performance in internationals.
MSI was a mountain that Chovy had tried and failed to climb the year before. But now, surrounded by arguably the best teammates he's ever had, Chovy was ready to try again. Winning Spring took Gen.G straight into the bracket stage, alongside tournament favorites Bilibili Gaming, the LPL team that knocked Gen.G out of the running at last year's MSI and Worlds. But Chovy didn't come to MSI to reminisce about past losses. No, he came to win.
He's on a pretty nice flank angle here. The equalizer's brilliant as well, and he finds 2 with the shove forward. Canyon's going to take down Jun to start this one up, and Humanoid is just thrown into the blender. Noah follows, and this is just a wash.
A dominant game 3 from Gen.G as they cement themselves as one of the favorites for MSI.
Gen.G's quarterfinals opponents were Fnatic, and it was decisive. Top esports were next, and although this series went the distance, Gen.G overcame an LPL powerhouse despite years of struggles against China.
369 is caught on out. Gen.G are pulling them apart, and TES, I don't know how this started, but I feel like I know how it's going to end. 369 says no, though. Aqua Prison out. They front to back. He can't get the reset, though. It's messy. It's disgusting. But Gen.G are thriving in it, and Mako drops to show that TES didn't know what they were doing there. Gen.G, your fans are finally being rewarded. Do you believe? Because for the first time ever, Gen.G beat the LPL in a best of 5 since the name change. First ever religion that has come out of League of Legends. And let me tell you, Gen.G fans, I am a believer.
And finally, there was BLG. Chovy and his teammates struggled against TES, the LPL's 2nd seed. But this was the team who beat them in domestic playoffs twice. BLG were serious contenders in 2023, and then they upgraded their roster. This was a team engineered to win.
5v4, Bin on the flank, he's kiting everyone so well. Dre goes down, and Bin slams him into the wall! BLG
BLG 4v5 against Elder. It don't matter.
And this was Chovy's real test.
Clean, calm, collected from the side of Gen.G, but they want to collect a few more heads. Chovy sprinting forward, Q3 ready to go. Nice engage, they might lose one in the process, but Lehens is still standing. Chovy taking down on, just continuing to rain down auto attacks. Ben has the ulti, but he's forced to back away. Sean gonna get sent back to base in a body bag. Gen.G looking to put the final nail in the coffin. It's a 3-man knockup. Elf finishes the job on Canyon, they kill one, but Gen.G are still stepping up. Ben wants to make the difference, but it's Pays calling Elf, cutting him down. That's not enough to bail out. Does nothing. BLG about to lose it all.
Chovy, he's gonna do it. He's gonna make it first international final.
Chovy amongst his brothers, backed by Canyon, the entire team. He will make it to the international final, waiting for a worthy challenger.
They did it. Gen.G sent BLG down into the lower brackets to face T1. Now, depending on the outcome of the lower bracket finals, Gen.G would either have to face a dynasty team headed by League's greatest player, or their biggest international rivals at the height of their powers for the second time.
A big hook as well. Seismic shove to pull him back. Bin knocked up as well, but now Shun getting into that backline, the Dawning Shadow to keep them alive. And now Bin looks for that backline. Baker will get executed even after the flash at BLG. They found their team by 3 kills. And for Knight, it might be that he's managed to take down the greatest of all time. As there goes Bin, he's going to make it about him. That X-Tech sweep is going to take down Gumayushi. And BLG, they did it once already this tournament. It took an extra game, another pop blossom, and Knight will put him in the ground. And now it's only Chovy that stands between him and being the next one to lift the MSI trophy.
And after dispatching T1, BLG were ready for that rematch.
And I feel like he's not the kind of the player that I should really be scared of. So facing against him again, I'm going to be the one that grabbed the victory.
The grand finals of MSI 2024 was the furthest that Chovy had ever gone at an international event. Glory was only hours away. If Chovy could win the hardest battle of all, a battle against himself.
I want to remind everyone, once the guy started winning LCK titles, literally hasn't stopped.
All right, not to deflate
Well, he hasn't started winning internationals.
He started getting to finals, so he'll continue, but will he win the finals?
Q3 is there for Chovy if he wants it. Knight going over the wall! The timing on the blast cone, he locks up too, but they're not really priority targets. Keen still stepping up. Elk taken down. Dawning Shadow over the top of the fight. The Elder falls. BLG out of options, out of game 1.
Gen.G now looking for the end. Can BLG find it again? No shot.
Lands the flash, he hits Elk! And the clutch, he shows up, and now the turn, now the fire back. BLG doing everything they can. Bin is still up, but he just can't find the right target, trying to cut through Canyon, trying to keep it going. Knight gonna get taken out by Keen in game 2. BLG may have found a fight, but Pays is breaking records, and Gen.G are moving on to match point. Chovy well and truly online. The arrow into the equalizer. It's a beautiful combo. On, taken out. Bin waiting for the perfect angle, but one is down. And in goes Bin. The flash forward. The counter strike. 1-2. But Pays desperate to turn it back. It's the fight for BLG. Bin comes up clutch. Chengdu alive once again with the sounds of BLG. It will not be a 3-0. They will not go easy. BLG, bring it back. Holding off as long as he can. Massive burst damage, but he's the one who goes golden. Lehens now following up. Bin the GA, but it does absolutely nothing. Soldiers being sent forward by Chovy. Bin on the run. Shut down coming through from Elk. Finds the angle. A shot is still standing. Canyon trying to make a difference. Chovy in the middle of the fight, but Knight is still alive. Knight and Elk versus Gen.G. They come out on top. Bin versus 2. Bin in the clutch in game 4. Goes in for the Nexus. Desperate to try and finish the hexagonal. He doesn't get it. Chovy denies him, pushes it back, and keeps Gen.G in this. The last push for either side. Chovy and Keen. Who else to hold on to hope? The rest of the team holding the line. 7 years the LCK has waited. 7 years Gen.G has waited. A lifetime Chovy has waited. But he and Gen.G are your MSI champions.
We finally did it!
but shows no emotion. Hugs the rest of his team.
The wait was finally over. Chovy had his international win. And the gravity of the moment hit so hard that it nearly left Chovy speechless.
I was always imagining that once I win an international title, I was gonna have so many stuff to let out and speak on stage, but finally the moment has come and not much thing is right now coming to my head, you know? It's just pure happiness right now.
After years of choking, years of non-believers saying that he couldn't get it done, years of feeling like the Church of Chovy prayed in vain, he finally made it. A mid lane god has finally risen. The debate was over. This is Chovy's time.
Bro, this is like the first MSI I actually stayed up for, because almost every year, because you know before almost every year it was just one team.
Yeah.
So it was never f***ing Chovy.
His nickname was Anchovy. Why his nickname was Anchovy, I do not know.
That's just, I feel like that's just like the Korean thing, like we'll just pick a random English
Oh yeah.
word.
Koreans definitely have GOAT esports handles, 100%. Oh, absolutely. Peanut.
Peanut.
Yeah. Faker.
Yeah, like a little bit of peanut.
Teddy.